Hi and welcome to $26 Smiles. Everyone would like to have a beautiful smile like this. Well, we've shown you throughout the website here that with payment plans you can achieve this, and for most people it's under $26 a week. Now that is totally affordable and you can have the smile that you want, whether it's braces, whether you need crowns, whether you need veneers, whatever you want, it can be done. Using the payment plans really takes the pain out of things and allows you to spread those costs out over up to 7 years. You can pay them off less and quicker if you wish to, but it's a great way to get things. The things that we've found that have stopped people going to the dentist in the past are A, time, B, fear, and C, cost. And the greatest of these three is cost. So now we've sort of fixed up that issue of cost, let's talk about what you can have done in your mouth which will make things last as long as possible. And that's what the following part of this video is about. So when you go to your dentist, I really want you to sit down and talk with them about getting the best and longest lasting materials. This does cost a little bit more, but with your payment plans you can see it's not really going to add a huge amount on the actual cost of your treatment plan. This is very, very important. If you get it right and nail it, it just becomes a maintenance thing at home. So please listen to this video very carefully and we'll look forward to seeing you later on.
The important things are this: brushing, flossing, mouthwashes, diet, and filling material. Filling material? Now that's an unusual one, isn't it? And that's something that dentists never really discuss with their patients very much. So we're going to investigate that a little bit further. First of all, when patients come in to see us, they have this philosophy that when they've had a filling done, it's going to last for an infinite amount of time. It's there forever. Reality tells us that this is not the case. The mouth is a moist environment, it's warm, and that's just where the bacteria love living. So the chance of getting decay around fillings is much higher than would normally be the case. So it's very important that you have good fillings with nice smooth margins, not like some of the ones you can see here in the top part. So you need to get over this idea that fillings are going to last forever, because they're just not. The environment that they're placed in here is very hostile to the fillings being placed in the teeth. Now you also notice here there's a silver filling at the top here, which is amalgam, which you all know about. And we're going to talk about the average lifetime of this in a moment. You can see also that we've got tooth coloured fillings down here, of which there is a couple of types. There's a composite, which is like a plastic resin, and then you get porcelain, which is one of the longest lasting materials as well. So the next point is that you do have a choice. And this is something that dentists often gloss over and say, look, I'm just going to put this in here for you, and not give patients a choice. Now when you choose certain materials, like the composite that I just mentioned before, they have different lifespans, as will amalgam, as will porcelain. So amalgams, or the silver ones, the average life expectancy is 9 to 10 years. Now average means 50%. So after 9 to 10 years, we know from clinical studies that around about this amount of time, that about half of them will be left. The composite material, which is a tooth colour material, which you often see on front teeth, has an average life expectancy of say 5 or 6 years. Porcelain has a life expectancy of 90%, survival rate over 10 years. So it's a pretty good material, and it's sort of heading along the similar sort of line to what gold, which is probably the longest lasting of all the materials in the mouth. So, but it has the advantage that it's tooth coloured and looks a lot nicer, obviously. So the three things that are going to lead to the filling failure. One is you can crack a tooth, you crack a filling, and you can get decay underneath it. So that can happen like this. We can see here, we're getting decay seeping in under the cracks. You've got cracks in filling, and also if the filling is big enough, you can break off a bit of tooth through there as well. Okay, so what's the big deal about this? Well, the big deal is this. Every time you have new decay, a crack in a filling, or break off a bit of tooth, and you take the old filling out, say, the new filling that you place in there is always going to be a little bit bigger than what the previous one was. And the bigger it gets, the weaker the tooth is, until it gets to a stage whereby you may need to put a crown over the top of the tooth like that, like putting a hat in someone's head. Now, the thing with that is that crowns are expensive. So, do you want to pay anywhere between $1,000 and $1,500 for a crown or not? Well, the answer is most people don't want to. So what we need to think along the lines of is intercepting the problems before they do become problems. And that's the sort of strategy I'm going to put towards you today, is that we want to intercept the problems before they do become problems, and hence save yourself a lot of money. So what's stopping you getting all your fillings replaced with these long-lasting tooth-coloured materials? Well, basically there's three things that I've found over my career that people don't like experiencing.